The Devil's Hand is a 2014 film directed by Christiansen. It's written by Carl Mueller, and we have a cast including Rufus Sewell, Alycia Debnam-Carey, Adelaide, Kane, Leah Pipes, and various others. Great performances, absolutely no issues there. The narrative is okay, but it's not very accurate. This is, well, I'm going to say two things. Letterboxd described it as being about an Amish community. I love watching films about Amish communities, so absolutely I wanted to watch this. But IMDb describes it as a religious cult, which is not a way to describe an Amish community. So I did a little bit of digging after I'd watched it, and I did find an interview on Fangoria.com where the writer does refer to it as an Amish film. So take all of that with a grain of salt. Clearly based on that, it seems like they intended it to be an Amish film, but also it's not accurate to Amish life. So I'd say it's kind of Amish, but I don't think it could be called an Amish film, even though they want it to be an Amish film. To quote from the Fangoria article, the writer said, "When I went in to meet the producers, basically what they had was, we want to set a horror movie on an Amish commune." So I feel like it's not an Amish film, but we definitely have that kind of feel. So I'd say as long as you can look past that, it might be an okay film. It's about these young girls who start to go missing, and, well, I don't want to say what's happening, but it's about unraveling the mystery there. And yeah, some spooky things do happen. It's a little suspenseful, it's a little dramatic. I wouldn't say it's particularly scary, but it has its moments. There are some moments that are maybe a little well done. It's not terrifying. So if you're not the biggest fan of horror, but you're trying to get into horror and you do want something that does have a decent amount of suspense, then it might work well for that. In terms of the story itself, I'd say it's well enough written. It doesn't give away too much too soon. The pacing is not bad. The characters are well written. The performances are very good. Absolutely, that's the case. And while it isn't accurate to Amish life, it still feels like, well, IMDb describes it, as I said, as a religious cult, and I guess it does feel kind of midway between the two. So it has a good feel. It's well filmed. The camera work is good. We have a lot of lovely locations. We spend a lot of time outdoors, which is always quite nice. According to IMDb, this is filmed in North Carolina, and it looks quite nice. We have some nice scenes, some well-written characters, a nice amount of suspense, a decent enough story. If you're looking for a story about Amish life, this isn't the best one to go with. But that being said, it's a decent enough narrative. It's not terrifying, but it's suspenseful. And at the end of the day, while it wasn't perfect, I didn't hate it. I definitely didn't hate The Devil's Hand. And if it sounds like a story that might appeal to you, then I am happy to recommend it.